love Cape Ann Report May edition. We're back. I'm Ken Reel, CEO of the Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce, and back again with me are...
Carrie McKenna, Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce.
Pat Slade, Cape Ann Chamber President.
And welcome, ladies.
It's good to be here.
Indeed, it is. Finally, it's starting to warm up a little bit. I'm actually a little warm sitting here in the studio today. Yes. It's kind of nice for a change.
The
Spring
sun
is upon
was
us.
out, yes.
Yeah.
It was great.
And the grass is turning green and the flowers are coming up.
It's all good.
It is all good. Let's take a quick look back at April, big month for us again, and then we go right into the full spring and even start planning summer. So why don't you give us a quick recap on where we just came out of at all the events that we did?
So we started out at Cape Ann Savings Bank, actually in the middle of the month, and we had over 200, about 200 people there at this event, Business After Hours.
It was
fabulous.
The largest business after hours that we've ever had.
You know, by any chamber's standard, I gotta believe that was an out-of-the-park home run. It was
200 people.
It was
200
awesome.
people, unbelievable.
It was a lot of fun,
Yeah.
and Vinwood was the caterer. They had great food and a lot of business interaction going on. It was great. It was like a true networking event and socializing event. It was wonderful.
It's one of those events where everything kind of came together.
Yeah.
You know, the bank and the leadership there. You know, Bob Gillis and his team there are beloved in Cape Ann. They do so much for the Cape Ann community. And it was a nice night, and we had a lot of members come out.
It really was. It was just very welcoming, and it was very nice.
And Jen Orlando did a great job putting it all together. She did a great job.
Yeah.
She did. And then we, so this month, we actually had a contractors meetup at Timberline, and this was the kind of redo of something that the Chamber has done in the past. Ken, I don't know if you want
Chambers
to
had a very strong contractors group, and it kind of faded out a number of years ago, and we're really excited to bring that back. We have a strong contracting representative or representatives on our board. You know, Jesse DeBenedictis with Works by Jesse, and we've got Tony Correo in Precision Roofing, and so they're leading that from the board perspective, and we have a couple of other contractors, Fred Ellis of Ellis Electric, and also Mike Salmon of HRM, and so the four of them are forming the kind of the core committee, and we're looking for more help in bringing that contractors group back, and kind of it's a social networking group, and we want to introduce some kind of educational formats in that as well. But we had the kickoff, as you said, a couple of weeks ago over at Timberline. It was a good get together, and
it's a great idea. So there's not anything like that on Cape Ann where the contractors can kind of get together and just discuss issues that they're all facing. It's nice.
So we have it's not just contractors, but subcontractors.
And it's
so
also
it's in that mix.
And it's open to everybody too.
It's supporting the
whole contracting community. Absolutely right. Architects. We've got a whole range of kind of trades, businesses represented in that group, and it is open to anybody on the Cape Ann, and frankly, even off the Cape Ann community. We want to get the contractor community together and to start to work together more closely.
And along that same vein, we just started a health and wellness committee. So that's been exciting too. So there's one kickoff meeting so far, there's another one next week. Again, just trying to discuss issues that deal with health and wellness and how it relates to Cape Ann and what issues we're facing, everything from opioid addiction and recovery methods to home health care.
There's a wide range in that field.
Yeah.
So we're really
Yoga
trying to...
and acupuncture, and
Massage.
it is the whole gamut.
It is. So
Yeah.
it's really nice that we're finding, more ways to support business on Cape Ann.
Yeah.
In all the
I think
sectors.
this is great. I think this is going to be very successful. The group is very vibrant and very excited about being there, and had a lot of issues to discuss. So.
And shout out to Lynn Chandler, 222 Wellness,
Yes.
for really pulling this together. Did a wonderful job running the first meeting. Next one's coming up in a week or two.
Next week, next Wednesday, the May 2nd at 8:30 at the Chamber. If you're interested, give us a call. I'll tell you more about it. We did a multi-chamber event in Beverly last week at the Cabot Theater. That was
fun
fantastic.
too.
It was fun.
There's a lot of networking going
There
on.
was a lot of networking.
It was very cool.
And it's something that we're doing more of. So not only are we, collaborating at a much higher level on Cape Ann, we're also doing that around the North Shore, and we can do that with other chambers of commerce. So we meet, actually, the chambers of commerce of the North Shore meet monthly. And we actually do that at the North Shore Chamber. Bob Bradford is great in hosting us there, and this was their event. But we had 4 chambers participating there. We had about 100 people at the Cabot.
Easy,
It's a wonderful venue.
Yeah, they've done a great job renovating that.
I hadn't been there for 20 plus years with the Grand David.
That's right.
It's the reason that I had gone there.
Yes.
Right. And they really are doing an amazing job with that theater
Yeah.
and bringing in all kinds of new talent.
Absolutely, and they've opened up in the front. Did you see that little kind of bar space? It's going to be sort of like a
They've
coffee house bar
renovated.
space. Yeah,
They've
it's great.
renovated.
So
You
they
talked
can have
about the
small-
place on the when you went
It's
in
right on the street. So
on the
they'll
street
have
side.
live
They
music
did.
there several times a month, and yeah, be
It's
great.
exciting things going on there. It was a great venue, plenty of open space
Yeah.
for people to move around, and we still got to see the stage, and so it was great.
Yep, it was a lot of fun pulling all those people together. And then last night we had a business after hours in Manchester. It was actually a redo of one that we had hoped to do in March, but we were threatened with the forecast and had to postpone it. And it was last night at Madame Haddam, which is a really great little boutique-like shop in
It is.
Manchester.
Is that your
So
hometown?
wonderful.
It
Yeah.
is. It's a great. Like you said, it's a boutique. It's high end consignment, and it's a little piece of the downtown that's become enlivened by the shop being there.
Yeah.
So it's great, and
And
it
Cheryl
was.
McGuire is such a wonderful
great.
woman.
She
She's
is.
She
got
is
so much energy.
She does have
All that
energy.
she does. She
does,
flips
incredible.
houses. She's got the Bloody Mary business. She's about to open up a vodka business
Right.
to go along with the Bloody
She just
Mary
bought a new
mix.
house, so she's
Yeah,
moving.
I
she's
sampled
really
the Bloody
something.
Mary mix last night. Quite good.
It was
I give
good.
it. I give it the Cape Ann Chamber seal of approval.
It was, it was good. We enjoyed
awesome.
it.
Good, good. And yeah, that brings us to, so still in April would be Monday night. We're doing a ribbon cutting grand opening. Well, actually, it's not a grand opening. It's a year celebration of Gloucester Recovery, which is a part of Middlesex Recovery. And they deal with opioid abuse, and they're very helpful to many people in the area. So that's on Monday night, April 30th.
Yeah, we're really on track to do well over 25 ribbon cuttings this year. I think last year we did probably about 20, which is that was a record. We're doing well over 2 a month right now. We also did one Sunday at
Creamery, White Farm Creamery.
White Farms. Yep, ice
Yeah,
cream
yes.
on the Causeway,
Delicious.
and right next to the Causeway restaurant, and that was quite a lot of fun. The mayor was there, and Bruce Starr was there, and a number of other folks.
They
Had really
just-
good turnout.
They just opened up with 3 new flavors. One is a shout out to Warren Waugh, who's so helpful with the bluefin blowout. And then there was, I think it's Fiesta Fish was a shout out to Paul Hebert of Wicked Tuna. And then Tuna Crunch for Dave Carrero.
Yeah, yeah.
Which
It's
was
nice to
fun
see the
to
Wicked Tuna
involve-
captains
yes,
there.
exactly.
It was
Yeah.
really a great
And
great
it was
event.
fun to have the ice cream
great
shout out to
promotion.
them. I think they got a kick out of it.
So the last 2 weeks, we will have done about 4 ribbon cuttings because we have 2 more. We've got the one at Gloucester, but then we've got one in Rockport.
Tomorrow at Rockport Candle.
And then we have another one coming up as well.
Yeah.
So there's 4 ribbon cuttings in 2 weeks. It's
And
really,
I think
we're on a roll with
the
those.
businesses appreciate it. It's not just openings; it's celebrations.
Yeah, right.
So,
Celebration of business. Exactly
the
right,
first
Pat.
year open or 5 years open. It's not a huge event, but it's something that in most cases it would just pass by and businesses wouldn't be recognized.
Yeah.
And so it's a nice way to highlight events of local
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
It's
And
great
and they
exposure for
appreciate
them.
it as
Yeah,
well.
it is. It's
So
great
good.
exposure. And I got to say, the Gloucester Times has been great at picking up these ribbon cuttings. And
so is the
they're excited
Manchester
about it,
Cricket.
too. Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Yes, yes.
Indeed.
Manchester Cricket, especially the
Plug.
Manchester. Yes, okay, looking forward. In May, shall I continue?
In May,
Yeah.
let's go forward.
So in
Let's
May,
go
we,
forward.
we will be doing a business after hours in Essex. That's going to be at the Rivers Bend
Mm-hmm.
restaurant, which has been newly renovated. And great spot right there on the river in the salt marsh. A lot of fun.
I was out to eat there for their grand spring opening.
Oh, cool.
And they've really done a wonderful. They've completely redesigned the interior. So their bar took up a lot of the space in the interior. They moved that over to one side, so there's much more seating. And it's so nicely laid out, and the views are just beautiful there, looking over the marsh.
Yeah. Yep, so that's exciting. So that's going to be either on the 16th or the 24th. We're still in a little bit of flux with that date,
Right.
but one or the other, it's going to happen. And then we have got, on May 21st, one of our larger fundraisers of the year. It's our business education fundraiser golf tournament. It's the 29th annual. It's at the beautiful Bass Rocks Golf Club. And this is how we fund all of our education initiatives.
Yeah. I'll jump in.
Yeah, jump
Go
in.
ahead.
So 3 priorities: promotion of our members in the region, economic development, and education. And we do, as you both know well, and Pat, you're on our Business Education Collaborative, we do quite a bit with our local schools here. So in addition to the training that we offer at the business community, we work directly with our students, and we do that mostly at the high school level, and we meet monthly. Pat Thorpe continues to chair our Business Education Collaborative. We meet at Bank Gloucester once a month. So this tournament funds that whole priority. So our career and college fair, we did our 4th one this year.
Right.
It is unique, certainly on the North Shore, if not the Commonwealth, because of the businesses that we bring in. It's the training that we offer in the classrooms. It's the DECA support. It's the career days. It's the internships. And it's the scholarships. Quite a lot of effort goes into our education priority, and this tournament is extremely important in funding that work. And I think we've still got some room for players.
We do. Yep, we have a few spots open for players, and of course, sponsorship. It's great exposure for the businesses that want to sponsor. We have everything from a tea and green level, which is a sign on the tea or a green of your business name. That's a $250 level. That's our most popular, all the way up to $2,500 platinum level.
Yeah. Really a fun afternoon. There's a lot of giveaways. There's food on the course, and it includes dinner afterwards. It's a fun afternoon.
Right, it's a great meal afterwards that they put on there, the clubhouse.
So May 21st, check it out at capechannchamber.com.
Yep. And then looking beyond May, with the first week of June, June 4th through the 8th, is Small Business Week here on Cape
Big
Ann.
week, yeah.
Always a
We'll
big
be
week.
choosing-
Another big week, and so rewarding. That's really where we recognize,
week.
the
It is.
business leaders on Cape Ann. And so many business people have been doing the same thing day in and day out for years or decades, literally, and don't get any recognition for it. And so it's our opportunity to kind of rise them up and recognize them for their incredible business
They're like
contributions.
hidden gems.
Yeah.
They are completely
They
hidden
are,
gems.
and they quietly go about their business, and they support their community.
Exactly right.
And do all the positive things
Yeah.
that we like to see, and yet they, just go through and not always recognize for their efforts. So it's great because they are chosen by other business people
Right.
to be recognized. So that's a great way to celebrate them, our small
Yeah.
businesses.
And something you said is really important, Pat, also is it's not just the business itself, it's what they do for the community. And so a criteria is, yes, they need to be a strong business and in business for a while, but they really need to be supportive of the community. And it's just heartwarming to do the receptions. We do a reception each night of the week, Monday through Thursday, in the 4 Cape Ann communities. And we have a grand finale lunch on Friday, where we bring them all in, and the families in, and the elected officials, including our state reps. And we bring in also the winners for the scholarships that we
High
award
school scholarships.
as part of that as well.
right.
So
This
it's
year
a
that's
wonderful
at
lunch.
Castle Manor Inn.
Castle Manor Inn,
Luncheons,
and with June, it's the
8th,
Friday,
8th, I think.
June 8th.
8th, yes.
Okay. So that's going to be a fun afternoon as well.
Yes, indeed. And then again, looking forward, we have our Love Cape Ann fundraising auction, 31st annual, on July 26th at the beautiful Beauport Hotel.
Yes.
That is our big one. That's our big fundraiser. Looking
great
forward
night,
to
a lot of
that.
fun.
We're
It's
going to
very
similar
exciting.
format as last year. We've got some great items that were already coming in. And we've got the same auctioneer from last year. It was really a special night for us.
Yeah.
It was a great night.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
And this one will be even better.
Always better.
And speaking of Love Cape Ann, just talk about the license plate for a minute. So we're in year 2 of letting grants out for the Cape Ann license plate. The URL is lovecapeann.com. And last year we let $12,000 in grants, and we have the same budgeted this year. The grant deadline is May 1st, and so
Coming
the
up
applications are coming in now, fast and furious. We'll be looking at those in May and making the announcements in June. So another benefit of the Cape Ann license plate is the funds go to support the Cape Ann community.
It's great. It's so
It's
important.
great to see
Yeah,
that
such an
money,
easy way.
the effort that was, put into the plate and getting it off the ground and then finally seeing the fruition of all that work that we did,
Right.
Yeah.
and really supporting nonprofits on Cape Ann.
And
It's a
more-
great thing.
And we see more and more plates on the road every day, which is
And it is such an easy
rewarding.
way as a resident, as a driver, to be able to support the community just by making that one change.
And it's not
I
just
agree.
Cape Ann residents. It's important
Right.
for people to
Yeah.
understand
It
that
is
anybody in
important.
Massachusetts can have a Cape Ann license plate. And
You just have to love Cape Ann.
you got it.
You
That's
do.
right.
You want to show that
You
pride.
gotta love Cape Ann.
That's right.
Exactly right.
So on top of all that, we've been planning the summer festivals,
Oh,
and
I
the
know.
block parties,
I know.
and all that fun stuff. So that's going along swimmingly,
All
very
those
nicely.
outdoor activities.
Festival by the Sea, all the vendor applications are coming in, and I think we're ahead of last year. It looks really strong, and
It's been great.
so the economy's good, and we're definitely ready for summer. We're gearing
It's
up for it.
fun. Yes.
Yep. And one more deadline I wanted to mention, June 1st, we do the Carolyn B. O'Connor Scholarship, and that is a scholarship that we give out to women who are going back to work for whatever reason weren't able to finish their education. They're going back to school to become either newly educated in a field or just were not able to finish their
To
original
continue
education.
their education.
Yeah, and it's the only scholarship of its kind that I'm aware of. I think it's a great scholarship. It's $1,200 and what is it, $1,250
$1,250.
each year, and that deadline is June 1st. And if you're looking for more information, just contact the chamber. We can send an application out to you.
Awesome.
Oh, good.
Great.
Well, thank you, ladies. I think we're going to wrap it.
Thank
And,
you, Ken.
Thank you
Thank
for
you,
the
Carrie.
updates.
Thank you.
Enjoyable as always, and we'll pick it up again a month from now, and we'll talk about the summer.
More fun.
Yes,
Summer.
more
Yes.
fun.
Thank you.
Indeed.
See you then.
Thank you. Yeah.